போட பார்க்க வேண்டாம், போட விளையாடல, போட போய் குளிக்கணும், போய் குளி, தண்ணி தருவாரு.
role, but the background, you are the, we can say, main pillar of the all the activities and all. So if you see the entire, we can say, activities, the lot of the places we need to consider the sustainability practices and all. Let's say design for the, we can say, design and development. So here we, what we need to do, we need to consider the recycle. So I hope everybody knows that recycle. The recycle is in a recycle or reverse logistics, or we can say remanufacturing. These are the very common word these days because of the available resources very less, but day by day demand is extremely high. So what we need to do, we need to find out the some methodology which will make sure that the, we can say, the supply and demand should be the managed. There should be the balance. So we can say that when we are thinking about to design any new we can say instrument for the medical field, we need to consider what are the possibilities to use the existing used product. Like as these days, not these days, we can say around 10 years, the people are, they, especially mobile companies are, they used to, we can say, keep the exchange mela offers. Exchange mela offer means, what is the purpose of the exchange mela offer? They have to take back used mobile phone. From that, they have to take this, they used to take the some item, then they will use it in the new production. So he has a design is going to give the actual shape of the ours idea. So when once the design is perfect, which will satisfy the sustainability, then entire we can say practices will be the perfect, and the final outcome will be the pollution free environment. But we need to keep this, or we need to keep on update the technologies, what are technologies available to design the design which will which can able to bring the used item to the new design. So that's a primary concern and all. So if you see this one daily life, finally you can able to see the report research finding through the scientific publication, oral presentation, and formal documents and all. See the scientific publication. So I'm going to emphasize the scientific publication only. Why scientific publication? Why not the any kind of presentation, the formal documents? Scientific publication means it is a global aspect. So once you form the some work, some outcome of the some kind of the research, it will give the, we can say, global visibility, and it will reach the maximum audience. That means maximum, we can say, readers and the researchers. So it will definitely will give the impact on the, we can say, society. So these are the, we can say, main, we can say, activities of the biomedical engineer. And okay, so now environmental sustainability strategy. Usually, when we are thinking about the environmental sustainability strategies and all, there are the some primary targets will be there. What are the targets? In 2035 worldwide, the, we can say, the UN decided to reduce. Reduce means it's here is a net zero carbon. It is a net zero carbon is a objective, the main objective. But to be frank, the practically it is very difficult to achieve the zero carbon, the emissions, and also net gain in the biodiversity. So these are the two targets we have to achieve by 2035. It is very difficult to achieve the zero carbon and you can say net gain in the biodiversity, but still we can try to reach the nearby the zero carbon and all. So when we are thinking about the nearby the zero carbon achievement and the, we can say, net gain in the biodiversity, we need the, some kind of the, we can say, approach, some kind of we can say the activities or some kind of the technologies that will be considered here as a sustainability. I will tell you what is the sustainability overview. That's it. Sustainability, we can call it like a triple bottom line also. That also we'll discuss. When we are thinking about the net zero carbon and the net gain biodiversity, we need the, are kind of the four enablers are playing the important role. One is the governance, reporting, funding, offsetting. These are the, we can say, four important the enablers will support to achieve these two main targets. Okay, so under the four enablers, what are the priorities? What are the priorities will be there? There are 10 priorities will be there if you want to achieve the, we can say, external sustainability. The first one is the primary concern is the research. Research. We need to repeat the search to find out the solution of the existing product and all. One thing keep in your mind, in this world, there is no end for research in the any topic and all. And also nobody can't able to achieve the 100% of performance in this world. 100% performance is it's a kind of the assumption. It's a kind of theoretical aspect. Practically, it is not at all possible. So only we can able to achieve nearby the original value. The nearby the original value is 100%. Under percentage, but the nearby original value is 99.99. So somebody achieved, let's say somebody achieved the performance level is 99.99 means, so there is an opportunity for the 0.001%. So we need to show our, we can say, contribution to achieve the 99.999119. So we always, we can say, one thing we need to remember, first one, there is no end for the research. There is no, we can say, perfect in this world for the any kind of the product or concept. All the, we can say, concept and the product and we can say practice everywhere, because there is always some kind of loophole will be there. So we need to find out the loophole. How we can able to find out the loophole? In research aspect, that is considered a research gap. Otherwise, the problem statement. I'll tell you those things. Then how we can able to achieve these kind of the strategies? First, we research. In the research, what kind of, as a educational perspective, what kind of curriculum we need to consider? Today, you are student. Future, you are the engineer. Then after that, you are the, we can say, main scientist or main contributor for to achieve the carbon, we can say zero carbon and the net gain, the biodiversity, and also the, we can clean environment. So the curriculum have to be very updated one, and especially we need to focus on the what are the carbon emissions from the buildings. I hope these days the India is focusing many places like smart cities. What is the purpose of the smart cities? To make sure that we can say the environment, pollution-free environment, and also the sustainability achievement and the clean environment. Especially the smart cities means less waste, maximum benefit. This is a very simple way with help of the available technologies. Then biodiversity and the sustainable food. Sustainable food means we should not waste the food. Very simple example, a simple definition. Sustainable resource use means very simple example for the sustainable resources means the sugar cane. When you're going to use, we can feed the sugar cane in the sugar mill, the first one is the sugar, the next one is the jaggery, the next one is the furthermore the, we can say, some sub, we can say, items will be there, products will be there. The finally the last waste we can consider, we can use it that too for the paper mill. So it is a good example for the sustainable resources. Then especially when we are going to think about the, we can say, achievement of the sustainability, we have to see what other countries are doing better way. So we need to visit, we need to see their practices, and we have to do some kind of a modification as per our culture. One thing important, every country or every industry can't able to use the same practices in their traditional way. Definitely need the changes, but we need to understand what kind of the changes is required. Right. So for that one, we need to go for the international travel, so that when we go for the international travel, we can able to get some idea, or we can able to see what are our ignorance. Right. Then in addition to that one, local travel, so that we can see what are the issues, what we used to find. In addition to that one, what kind of we can say additional issues will be there, so that we can able to, we can say, do that one. Then investments. So all these within the base were completed. Now we have to think about this, we can say implementation of the practices and all. So how much investments needed, and who are the, we can say main contributor under. Learning from the pandemic. Let's say, okay, these days we can say the one of the premise of the pandemic situation. So is it in the pandemic, the people are, it is very difficult to convince the people to think about the, we can, sustainability just like that. So we need to make sure that first of all have to understand the sustainability only the, we can say important in future, to make sure that long term benefit and all. And what kind of the, we can say, awareness program we have to create. So these are the environmental sustainability strategy to achieve the pollution-free environment. Then see, sustainability. I already told you the sustainability, we can call it like a triple bottom line or triple P. What is the triple P? That means first one is the, before that, environmental, economic, social. So environmental, economic, social. The environmental also we can call it like a planet. The economic we can call it like the profit, other financial benefit, and also social means it's considered as the people. So we can call it a triple bottom line. This means this is the bottom line. Without this one, we can't able to achieve the sustainability. Otherwise, these are the three dimensions of the sustainability. Right. So planet means management of the physical environment, support of the living within the ecological limits, protection of the natural resources. And economic, like as let's say you are having the one industry. As a government, if the government is we can forcing you to do the environmental practices, and you have to follow the proper environmental policy practices in your industries. If you're ready to do this one, but if there is no any, we can say, continuous demand of the your manufacturing items, then you can't able to follow it. So we need the, as a industry's perspective, we need the economic benefit or profit. Then only we can able to think about the other two dimensions like environment and social. Got it? Then environmental is a management of the physical environmental, support of the living within the ecological limits, production of the natural resources, basically. Then economic, long-term economic growth without impacting negatively to the others aspect. The others aspect means like industries. Then social means basically it's a focus on the people. People means occupational health and safety and foster community investment, social diversity and interaction. So once your industry or your activities satisfying the three, we can say perspective, it is considered the triple bottom line sustainability, right? So I told you, so triple bottom line. So we have to understand the which one is a weak sustainability, which one is a strong sustainability. If you see this one, it's a common one, the sustainability. So sustainability is a combination of the economic, the environment, and the society. That is this one. It is, here is a sustainability. Okay. Which one is considered the weak sustainability? You see here, actual thing is the environment, the economic and society should be the, we can say, equal contribution. Then only the sustainability can improve it. Suppose like this, the economic is very less, but the society and environment is better, means the industries will not feel happy and they will not think about the further movement. So let's say if there is no industries, then how we can able to achieve the, we can say, kind of the, we can say, country improvement, how we can able to achieve the, we can say, GDP level, high GDP level. Okay, then let's say if you are the economic is very good and the environment is also okay, but the society, the people not at all happy and they are we can say feel the insecurity, everything, then ultimately that is also big sustainability. Got it? So all the we can say three dimensions supposed to be the proper percentage. Then only we can able to achieve the sustainability. Otherwise, it is considered the activities which will not give the any kind of the outcome. Okay, this is a weak sustainability. I need the strong sustainability. It is a normal triple bottom line. So in this is a weak one. So I have, if it is a weak, means I have to show the the strong sustainability. Which one is a strong? Which one is a strong? The economy, society, and environment. Let's say here I have provided the, we can say, the environment is the, we can say, the maximum dimensions compared to the society. The society's maximum dimension compared to the economy. So what was the reason? The reason is instead of the economic benefit, instead of the economic benefit alone, we have to think about the people also. Think instead of the people and the economy, we have to see the entire environment. If there is no environment, there is no people. If there is no people, then there is no industries. So it is somewhat interconnected. So overview, the environment is we can say playing the important role. Even if you see this big sustainability, here the environment is what we can say, environment is better than the other two, economic and society. Okay. It is a primary concern of the weak and strong sustainability. Okay. Some example, how the sustainability with an example. Let's say, switch to the LED light technology. It is one of the best technologies to, we can say, reduce the electricity power. Usually the normal bulb sometime will take the, not sometime, it will emit the too much, we can say, heat energy. So what will happen? Because of heat energy, it will definitely will dilute the our eco chain. So that means eco-friendly chain. So we have to use some alternative. That alternative is LED bulb. The next one is say, instead of the renewable, non-renewable sources, if you are using the renewable sources, that will be the better alternative of energy. And also we can able to reduce the unnecessary pollution in the environment. So another one thing is switch to the electrical vehicles. I hope the day by day the petrol prices increasing drastically, and also the because of the fossil fuels, the emission control is extremely high. Is a good example for the, we can say, the this kind of activities. Good example is Delhi NCR, Delhi National Capital Region. If you whenever you visit the, we can say, Delhi, if you're going to we can say catch any type of the, we can say, taxi, you will find all the taxis are run by the CNG only, not fossil fuels. CNG means compressed natural gas. Why the CNGs, they were, we can say, there is a very you can say important, and also it is essential for all the taxi. The reason is extremely the density of the people population extremely high in the particular area. So they have to use the as much as possible the, we can say, the pollution free activities. The pollution free activities, one is the CNG gas. So now the CNG, instead of the CNG gas, they are trying to be the electric vehicles, so that they can able to, we can say, make sure the very less pollution. Then dispose of the electronic device responsibly. Example, mobile phone or all the electronics items. Most of the electronics items, what will is a use and throw. Most of the electronics items are like I say, use and throw only. But the throw, as per the government policy, as per the corporate social responsibility, CSR, who are the producing the product, the electronics item, they are responsible for the collection of the used item from the consumers. It is there in the policy, but how many industries or how many companies are really following this one? Very less. Reason is such a, we can say, big country like India, it is difficult to monitor this process and all. So as a country level, if you want to achieve the, we can, sustainability, we need to think about the, we can say, the industries have to make sure that the collection of the used item from the consumers. These are some examples for the sustainability practices in the countries. Okay, so let's say I know the what is sustainability. I know the, first of all, I know the what are the important, we can say, where are the things are needed for sustainability in the biomedical engineering, and what are the sustainability and the examples. And now I am thinking about to start the center of excellence for sustainability. First one is design for environment and the sustainable supply chain and the aspirate facilities and culture. So design of environment is we need to find out the so like as a, alternative materials for the materials in the R&D department. So we need the design of environment. So how we can, let's say already here, see here, instead of the normal light, we are considering here the LED light. All right. Is it audible my voice? Hello.
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible to me, sir.
Yes. Yeah. One more thing. Just it's my request to everyone. If somebody has some doubt, no need to wait for the end of the session. You can interact with me during the session. No issues at all.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Alternative materials and R&D and sustainable product and packaging. Yes, here the we are producing a product, but the most of the consumers are expecting their product should be the highly super and the some kind of the we can say packing should be the attractive. So we need to see attraction or simultaneously we need to see the what are the other we can say aspect of the packaging material. If it's a too much packaging material in the plastics and all, it will dilute the our land with too much we can say landfill with the too much the plastic. So we need to see the how what are the alternatives of the packaging. And okay, once used a product, we need to see the how we can able to dispose it and take back. That is the exchange mela. This is the way we need to see the design of for the environment. It's the center of the excellence and sustainable supply chain management. It is my area. Basically, supply chain management means very simple. Simple definition is supply chain. That means we need to supply as per the demand. If the supply and demand is meets properly, it is considered the best one. So this is supply chain management. Demand and supply should be the balance. So here, when once you are going to add the sustainability dimension in the supply chain, that is considered sustainable supply chain management. Okay. Then sustainable sourcing means the vendors. When you are going to purchase the item from the vendors means basically suppliers. As a main company, let's say Maruti company. Maruti company never produce or never show the industry to produce the tire, car tires. So what they will give the kind of the agreement to the we can say MRF company like MRF or any kind of other tire manufacturing company. They used to explain what kind of their expectation and how many quantity and what kind of the quality aspect. Very simple. And also they have to ensure that one your company, your product should be the pollution-free environmental product. You have to follow the sustainable practices in your industry. Then only I will give my order to you. This is the way. The next one is the logistics. The movement of item from one point to another point. So we have to eco-efficient logistic means, let's say, everyone had this experience. If you order the item, the Amazon or Flipkart, if you need your item today itself, you have to pay the additional fees, additional charge. That is considered the logistic charge. Usually the people don't want to, that means as per the environmental regulation policy, it should not be, we can say, it should not happen. Reason is, for one person, if they're going to produce, if they're going to distribute the items to your area, for you alone means, again, the same we can deliver by have to, we can say, take the other items to deliver the other places also. If the person is taking the maximum items and distribute to the, we can say, nearby places everywhere, at least only one time means he can able to save the we can say the petrol, that means of fuel, and also we can able to see the kind of the pollution level, that means emission level, and also the price. So we have to achieve the eco-efficient logistic and natural resource conservation. Natural resource conservation, basically it's a kind of the we can say renewable energy. As much as possible we have to utilize the renewable energy. Let's say eco-efficient logistics means instead of the we can say fossil fuel vehicle, we can use it like we supposed to use the electrical vehicle. But in electrical vehicle, when you are thinking about the electrical vehicle, it is also some issues will be there. How many issues? What are the issues means? The first issue is the charging point. charging station, and especially we can say how we are going to dispose the batteries, and what kind of the problem if the batteries are not disposed properly. So these are the way we have to think, or these are the challenges. I hope that we can say the scientists and the companies will give some kind of solution for this problem. Then, as per facilities and culture, that means green facilities, and as per minded culture, basically it is another one how we are going to implement in our society. Yes. Now, UN introduces 17 sustainable development goals. In this world, already I told you, without sustainability, there is no any movement. In addition to the sustainability, the advancement of the, we can say, the invention is the sustainable development goals. Whatever you are doing, any kind of practices, everything, it will be linked with the 17 goals. The first one is no poverty and no hunger, good health, quality education, gender equality, clean water, and sanitization. Anyone can you tell me that, or anyone? I'm just asking this question to everyone. How much percentage of the good water is available in this world? Anyone? Anyone? Is possible to tell me how much percentage of the good water is? Or can you guess how much percentage of the good water is available in this world?
So is it 3% of the total water?
Okay. Anyone? Any other? Little bit nearby that one? I can tell. It's a 2.5% only. Out of the 2.5%, maximum we are utilizing that water for the agriculture cultivation. So only 0.5% of the good water only is available for the, we can say, drinking purpose. In that also around 30 to 40% of water, sir, we are wasting because of the insufficient proper, we can say, the piping connections. Sometimes you found that sometimes you used to see in your village, or we can say places in town, the water pipes leakages. Most of the time the leakages, if it's a big one, then only we can say the plumbers used to come and they used to arrest the leakages. Otherwise the normal leakages, they will not, we can say, take the serious, they will not take the serious concern. But if the small leakage for many places, then means finally it is no as to use. So we don't have and India, like a developing country, still we don't have that much awareness for the water saving, right? So see, the sixth goal is clean water and sanitization, and the seventh one is renewable energy, eighth one is good jobs and the economic growth, so that everyone will get every basic needs, and the innovation and infrastructure. If there is no infrastructure, there is no improvement. Reduce the inequalities, this one. Then sustainable cities and the communities, sustainable cities and communities, and responsible consumption. I told you, just given some example. If you arrest all the leakages, the water leakages, then it will be we are using the water in the proper way. Then climate action. The people are keep on giving a lot of we can say, the awareness program related to the climate changes, and what are the ways that we can say to reduce the climate changes, and especially after 30 years, what happened, as per the scientists, we can say a report, after 30 years in Chennai, nearby we can say sea place, many areas will be occupied with the sea water. The reason is extremely due to the global warming. The other side, the Arctic and the places, we can say the increasing the water level. So it will definitely give the bad impact to occupy the land. Then life below water, So we have to see the many, we can say, places, the beaches and all. People are used to take the, we can say, advantages to, we can say, just to throw the their used item, plastics items and all. So these plastics, what will happen? It will mix the, we can say, water, and it will damage the, we can say, like as a fishes, other things, and also life and land. So we have to see the, we can say, what kind of the, we can say, why the, we can say, the these days the, we can say, green, and otherwise we can say the clean, green or clean agriculture cultivation. The clean cultivation is considered the one of the important activity these days to reduce the unnecessary disease and all. So we have to use like the organic way, otherwise traditional way of the cultivation, right? Peace and justice, it's related to the justice. Then the last goal of the sustainability is the partnership for the goals. So when the teamwork is there, then we can able to achieve it. Especially sustainability. Sustainability is not the, we can say, it's only one activity. It is a team effort. It is need the long-term, we can say, vision and missions and all. Right? Under the sustainable development goals only, all the activities these days we have to interlink. Okay, now the environmental sustainability. See, when we are thinking about environmental sustainable development, we have to see achieve the low carbon emission, sustainable transport option, whole life of the approach to the sustainability, improve the indoor equipment quality, and minimizing the waste to landfill, minimal impact of the local environment, efficient use of the water. I'm just asking one thing. Have you heard about the sixth sense air conditioning system? What is meant by the sixth sense air conditioning system? Any idea? Why the people are introduced? Why the industry? Why the companies are introduced a sixth sense air conditioning system? Anyone?
Sir, to maintain, I mean, like the remote, it controls the thermostat, sir. To use to turn on and off the cooling function of the air conditioner.
Okay. If you fix a, let's say 24 temperature, it's a 25 degrees Celsius temperature in the room, means automatically it's supposed to switch off once it reaches the 24. If it is the room temperature is increasing more than 24, it's supposed to switch on. Do you think because of only one the luxury aspect they introduced the sixth sense air conditioning system? No, they introduced the sixth sense, we can say, this sixth sense air conditioning system to save the energy also. Energy means, I hope everybody's the air conditioning system, if switch on or switch off, means it is just for thinking about the how to, you can say, how to switch on, how to give the power to the compressor. If the temperature is same and no new person in the room, or we are not open the door and everything, means the temperature will be same condition. After some time, due to the outside temperature, maybe it will, we can say, increase it. Otherwise, we don't want to give the any power to the compressor. So very simple. We have to get the luxury, we have to feel the comfort zone, and also we have to make sure that reduce the consumption of the electricity. This is called as this one. So this is the consistency here. Environmental sustainable development example. Now, see, when you are thinking about the sustainability, labs today, how the labs will be there. Like I said, build the environment lab should be like this, separate, and it's a greenery item, everything. And especially we have to provide the ventilation, ventilation, so that natural light will come inside, and also the, we can say, natural, we can say, air will come. So the people, that means society, they will feel happy, and also the no need to provide the any addition n number of the, we can say, air conditioning system. It is good for the economic perspective, that means industries. Then if the both are perfect, then outside environment will be good. So that means another one dimension, triple bottom line. Then now the next one is the sustainable green life. See here, equipment and consumable. Sustainable tenders, manufacturer impact and need the life cycle, carbon and all. See here, when we are going to give the orders to the suppliers, we have to make sure that the criteria should be, all the criteria should be related to the sustainability achievement only, not alone only the price. Let's say the some X product, I need the X product. Let's say the Maruti company want to purchase the tire. In the market, some X company newly introduced, they're coming, and also they're trying to, we can say, show that our car tire is 30% lesser than the MRF tire. It means, it doesn't mean like so we have to, they are better. We have to evaluate in what basis they can able to, what basis they are producing, and what kind of the, we can say, the practices they're considering their industries. We have to think, and whether they are really, we can say, taking the carbon account for the each and every steps of their industries, we can say, practices or not. Then lab operation, it should be the whatever the chemical using, we have to use the very proper way of the, we can say, disposal. That's important. Under the which one? Under the green chemistry. So why we need the green chemistry and all? As a biomedical engineering student, you have to think about the, we can say, how and where are the places, we can say, your instrument, your design instrument will be used, and what kind of the, we can say, suggestion you have to make when your consumers going to use it in the commercial aspect. Okay, impact of the science and the life cycle analysis here. See here, carbon is the metric of the sustainability, right? Lots of green initiatives are, we can say, unsubstantiated and driven by the marketing only, and one just for the marketing only. And as institution develop the carbon emission reduction targets, anything short of this leaves us uncertain. Okay. See here, carbon from the upper control limit flights is down 41% compared to the last 2 years. See how the, we can say, the flights are moving this one, and see the how much percentage of the, we can, carbon condense and all. And see here, products that we buy 83%, and the energy for our, we can say, campus is 12%, travel 4%, food 1%, waste and water retreatment is a 0.1% only. See here, we have to focus on here, because we are not using the wastewater treatment and all. This is some example how the science and the life cycle analysis will be there. Right? Similar way, this is some kind of the example only. Now, already told you, biomedical engineering, your primary application in the healthcare places only. So how the globally green? In 2014, Seth Vairik given the some statements under the working towards sustainable medical device design. Around 54% of the hospitals are rated green attributes highly significant in mark, making the purchasing decision of the medical devices and pharmaceuticals. That means the 50% of the hospital, what they're trying to say that as a biomedical engineer, we can say, the manufacturer, you supposed to, we can say, give the item which will make sure that the green aspect, and 33% of the, we can say, current purchasing contracts include the green attributes only. So what are the item? Gloves, and we can say medicine, syringes, everything, right? 40% of the future purchasing contracts to include the green attributes. Green attributes. So the day by day, we can say, the importance of the green and the sustainability environment is increasing, but these are the, we can say, in the policy aspect only is there. The commercially worldwide is still not happening. The many R&D level aspect is going on. So we need to take care of this. We need to take care of the serious concern. Even nowadays, the blockchain also playing the wonderful role. So blockchain will give us kind of the idea which one is the, we can say, authenticated, the, we can say, medicine, which one is not authenticated. I'll show you small example. See the normal pharmaceutical supply chain management. See raw material production. Is it visible here?
Yes, sir. Is it visible for us?
Yeah. See this blockchain role. I'm just showing the blockchain role in the pharmaceutical supply chain management. See here. Today it's a normal way. It's like a raw material production, distribution, pharmaceutical, hospital, and patient. This is the way it will travel. Okay. When you are going to implement the blockchain technology, what are the benefits you will get? See here. First one is you can able to serialized. The next one is the aggregation and disaggregation. Which one is the where it is available? Then the last one is the authenticity check. So which one is a genuine? Which one is a fake? Which one is, even you can find the some kind of the, we can say, medicine, there you will find the different color. Same name, but you may find the different color. How we can able to reduce the, how we can able to find out the which one is the genuine, which one is a fake? With the help of the technologies. That technology, I'm just telling this BC. BC means blockchain technologies. Very simple way of the work. How it will work? First, manufacturer, confirmation goods and dispatch to the DHL. That means we can say largest service. Then warehouse. That means the production is completed. It will reach the warehouse. Receipt. We can able to generate the receipt. Then warehouse, we can, based upon the, we can say, demand from the consumers, we have to pack. The consumer means here the shop, medical shop people. So we, and medical shop people through the medical representative information. Medical representative used to collect the information from the medical shops, and he will convey the message here in the warehouse. Warehouse will pick and pack, and it will ship. Then it will reach to the destination. How it will, we can able to find out all these activities with the help of the blockchain technology. The blockchain is one of the technology which will make sure that the transaction, the more transparency. Basically, blockchain technology is introduced for the purpose of the banking service only. Later on, same technologies trying to introduce, we can say, use in the many real-time applications. Now, so far we had some kind of the idea what is the sustainability, how it will be important, and what are the role of the, we can say, biomedical students. And now I'm just showing some kind of journals where you can able to submit your research paper in those journals where I am associate, where I'm as one of the member in the editorial board, like associate editor, guest editors and all. The first journal is a management decision. I'm just telling to you. This is a journal. In the editorial team, I'm one of the here. My name is there. So this journal is one of the SCA journal, and also if the anyone who's going to submit the research paper which are related to the sustainability environment, that paper 99% that paper will come to me, that as a handling editor and all. The journal is one of the Q1 rated journal, and also it is 4.95 impact factor in Emerald publication. It is a SCA journal. Then Environment Development Sustainability. See here. This one. I hope this journal exactly fit on your field. Even myself is handled the many papers from biomedical background. So what are the issues to achieve the sustainability in the biomedical instruments design? One paper is published here. Last year I have handled this paper, and also it's published also. So many papers related to the, we can say, biomedical field also I have handled this here. In addition to that one, I am doing some special issues. It's a journal of business logistics. Basically, journal is a 6.67 impact factor. If you find this one, we are editing the special issue in terms of the agile, adaptivity, and aligned supply chains for the enhance the responsiveness, implication for the theory and practices, especially new normal time. We have seen this one, AAA supply chain. Here also we are considering some kind of the research paper which are related to the sustainability. Then another one special issue. Another one special issue, it's a resilience in sustainable supply chain post COVID-19 future process. It is International Journal of the Logistics Management. It is a 5.6 impact factor. Then another special issue on the strategy of the resilience and the sustainable supply chain in an uncertain business environment. It is Sustainable Production Consumption Journal. 5.03 impact factor. It's a Q1 journal. Another special issue, quantitative modelers role in post-COVID-19 public and private sector supply chain, key lessons and future pathways. It is also related to how we can say private and we can say the sectors and public sectors are really facing some kind of the problems, especially to achieve the sustainability supply chain management in pandemic situation, in COVID-19 pandemic situation. Another special issue, what are we can say the issues in we achieving the resilience, further the resilience in the SMEs, and how it is performance in the COVID-19 perspective. It's a benchmarking journal. It is no impact factor, but in management field, it is a B category journal. These are the guest edit, and these are we can say associate editors, associate position in the management edition and environment development sustainability. Now I'm just going to show you some kind of we can say the important hints when we are going to prepare a research paper and all. So anyone have any doubt on so far what we discuss? I'm just giving the 10 minutes now. If you have any doubt, then ask me. Otherwise, I will go for the important hints for the research publications. Yeah, there is no doubt. Okay. Yeah.
So we'll go with the publication.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. This is my citation, Google citation. Already there we can say it is introduced. This is one of my achievement. The paper is published in the 2014, but we got this award in 2017. It is an excellent citation award. That means the paper is influenced the particular management field. Worldwide, they used to select the 50 research papers. This award, usually we should not nominate. Themselves, they used to find out. As a Emerald group, will find out the journals from the elsewhere, and the Wiley and Springer, Sage, any reputed publication, the journals, they used to find out how much the impact the particular paper given in the particular field. I got this one. See, before going to ask any kind of we can research, we have to ask why we want to do it. What is the purpose, or what kind of we can say contribution we are going to make it in the particular research. Will we able to give some kind of the contribution? If it is yes, means in what way? Which are the motivation for you, or which are the main concern? Why we want to write the research paper? Yeah. Okay. What is a research? Research means a research. Repeat again and again and to find out something. Right. So already just to give small example, mobile phone development timeline, like the 1990 normal mobile phone, there is no any, see the display size, and 99 display size increase, then the button size is reduced, and so unnecessary space is reduced. See here, there is no space. Then again the display size increase, and see the modern flip method. Then next year the size is increased, and they're trying to introduce the which one, the button. Instead of button, they introduced the, we can say, touch, 2010, and 2013 and 2016. Then everything is fully covered with the display. This is the way actually the mobile phone is developing, not developed. Still, every day the new version of the mobile phone. So how it is happened? What is the primary concern? The primary concern is every time that we can say the mobile phone, we can say manufacturer, they used to point out the mistakes in their product. For that reason, they introduce a new version. And also consumers, as a users, we always need something unique. We always want to purchase something unique mobile phone. In 1990s, the people are used the mobile phone for the communication purpose. Now, 2022, they are the maximum, we can say, educated people, they want to consider the mobile phone as a laptop. They want to use everything. Like I said, just for example, myself, I'm trying to communicate everything through all my research activities, and the, we can say, discussion, or kind of the, we can say, meeting, or any kind of the, we can say, editing, everything. I'm trying to use it in my mobile phone only. So that means instead of the laptop, I feel that I'm always comfortable to use it in the mobile phone. Reason is very small and it's a handy. It is not required for every time I have to, you can sit one place. The same like as a computer. Scientific writing. The purpose of scientific writing is to communicate the new scientific findings. That means we have to, that I told you, new scientific findings. Here, I have not mentioned the innovation. Innovation is something different. The, we can, scientific finding is something different. The innovation means that, like basically H&S department, humanity science department, that is the physics, chemistry, mathematics. These people will do it. As we are usually going for the applied research aspect, not the basic research. A scientific paper is a written and published report describing the original research results. Very simple. So usually research publication, scientific publication will be the research articles, review articles, research reports. That is short form of your outcome. Usually it will be there, public and will be there. Basically, the overall research progress, see, instead of this one. Yeah. Basically, this is the way of the, we can say, research publication process. Let's say once your research process completed, you have to prepare the manuscript, then you have to submit the manuscript. Then once you submit the manuscript, it will go to the editor. Editor will assign the handling editor. Otherwise, if the paper quality is not good, then he will go for the rejection straight away. Suppose the editor feels that it's good and also peer review is process good, then you will give the decision as a revision under resubmission. If it is again after the resubmission, it will again will be peer review. If the revisions, if you all as a authors address the reviewer comments perfectly, then the decision will be the edited decision will be the acceptance. If it is not there, then it will go for the rejection. Suppose rejection, then rebuttal, re-review, rejection again. Sometimes the editor used to give this, we can say, decision, rejection and resubmission. That means the paper is good, but at present version of your manuscript is not possible to consider for our paper. Still, we are giving the some option. That means opportunity for you to improve your paper and submit again. So if you submit again, then review process will be there. And if the process are fine and the comments are perfectly addressed and the paper is improved drastically good, then it will go for the acceptance and the publications. Yeah. See, this is actually the blueprint of the any research paper. The blueprint. This is the blueprint of the any research paper. title. It should be the describe concisely and core contents of the paper, and summarize the abstract means summarize the major elements of the paper. I found, even I want to tell you, many people, many research people, I can say, the people used to give the definition in the abstract. It is, if you give the any definition in the abstract, definitely 99% the paper will be rejected. We have to give the very short way of the our entire paper in abstract. I'll show you example. Keywords. Keyword is should be easy to identify article. Let's say if I'm going, I need the research paper. I am a research scholar. I'm trying to find out the research paper for finding the solution of the some issues in biomedical design for the scenario in India, let's say. So I usually will type the keywords biomedical instruments India. Suppose already I have published, already some X is published a paper. The X is use the keywords biomedical field, India, and issues. If the three keywords are there in the paper, then it will come the front side if I'm going to search it. So the finding the or fixing the right keyword is definitely it's a very, very important, so that only your paper will come the first page of the search website. Otherwise, it is difficult to, we can say, find out. Then there is no visibility. Then the people will not refer your paper. So ultimately, whatever you found the paper may not be cited in the any research scholars. So it will be useless. Then it will be useless means it may not, we can say, reach the right audience. Introduction. We have to provide the context and the rationale for the study. Under the introduction, we have to give the research objective or research question. Literature review. We have to review the existing article, like confirm proceeding, etc. Why these studies and what are the similar studies are existing. Under that one, we have to give the justification studies. Basically, it's considered a research gap. So why the X studies are important? What you propose the idea, is it really important or not? How we can able to give the solution? How you can able to justify it with the help of the research gap through the literature review. Problem statement. Exactly, you have to summarize the what is your issues. You just to consider the literature review is the international level. Justification study is a national level. The problem statement is a local. Very simple way. That is the inverted triangle. Inverted triangle, the big one is considered the top one is considered international, the middle one is considered the national, the last one, the base, that means bottom is considered the exactly issues. The methodology, which methodology you are going to use for the solution of the problem. Describe the experimental procedure and data or data analysis. Then application of methodology. We have to develop the question development, data collection, otherwise experimental setup. For your case, experimental setup is methodology. Then from the methodology, from the experimental setup, definitely you should get some outcome, the result. So how we are going to discuss from the obtained result, summarize the findings and the interpretation. What are the conclusion, recommendation, summarize the findings in your perspective. We have to suggest final conclusion, what we found. Acknowledgement, we have to give some kind of the credits to who are supported us in terms of funding agencies or some mentors, those things. Then we need to find out the references list of the all scientific web books and websites that you cited in the book. Sometimes what happened in this aspect, references, every day I used to see some new research papers and all. Few research references very badly cited. That means the paper is submitted today, but they have referred the 1979, 1978 papers. If the 1978 and 1979 and 1980 papers means, what about the remaining? What about the 40 years papers? That means there is no papers relevant to the particular field in the recent years. Let's say there is no papers. You are not referred the paper in 2020 or 2021, 22, but you have submitted a paper. Means it is very difficult. The paper will go for the review process. The editor itself feels that this paper is not reflected the recent trends. That means you will not refer the recent research papers in your manuscript, so they will, editor will itself, well, paper will be rejected, right? Research progress, no need to, yeah. I'm just showing the key for you. This, instead of description, I will show you the, yeah. Can you able to see this one, the paper? The title I told you, right? Title is very crisp and should be the informative more. See here, integrating the lean and agile practices for achieving the global sustainability goals in Indian manufacturing industries. If you read this title, most of the time, most of the people can able to understand what is the entire work. I just want to integrate which one. I want to integrate lean and agile practices. For which purpose I want to integrate? To achieve the global sustainability goals. Very simple. Global sustainability goals. That means sustainable development goals only. Where? In Indian manufacturing industries. Is it clear? When we are going to propose the title, we have to be very keen. The entire work supposed to reflect in the your title itself. Right? What are the highlights? The literature has investigated the lean and agile practice to enhance sustainability, although most studies have not adequately framed their analysis of both aspects simultaneously. Papers are available, lean and agile is, but they have not, we can say, focus simultaneously, lean and agile. This limitation of the previous studies is the motivation for the present work. The current study expands the scope of the previous literature by identifying and prioritizing the lean agile practice through the lens of the sustainability. Very simple. This study uses the combination of the facet theory and best first method for identifying and prioritizing the lean agile practices that are effective for Indian industrial leaders. See, the problem is, I mentioned the problem. The methodology is which methodology? The facet theory and best first methodology. See? Another one method. Integrator optimization in another paper, integrator optimization of the transportation, inventory, and vehicle routing with the simultaneous pickup and delivery of the two-echelon green supply chain network. Same thing. Ultimately, if you see this one, I want to integrate the optimization for the which one? Optimization of the transportation, inventory, vehicle routing. Where in two-echelon green supply chain network. What is the purpose? We want to make sure that the optimized route for the pickup and delivery. Then another one paper. Analysis of the barriers that impair the eliminating single-use plastic in developing economic context. Very simple. Single-use plastics, we feel that this is not going to give the big impact, but the day by day, the number of usage in the single-use plastic is extremely high. So we have to see why it is difficult to remove it. We have done this paper, and also the purpose of this paper, the main purpose of this paper to give the some kind of the awareness in the researchers to show that still in India there is no, we can say, strong monitoring committee for the implementation of the ban plastics policy. See here, same thing we have introduced this one. What are the buyback scheme? What are the buyback scheme for the used plastic packaging material? When we are going to introduce the, we can say, buyback scheme in the plastic packaging material, always some challenges should be there. What are the challenges? How we can able to, we can say, analyze those challenges and all, which are the challenges acting as a key role. So once we found the key role of the challenges, that means barriers, we can able to eradicate. Simultaneously, we can't able to eradicate all the barriers, but one by one barriers we can able to eradicate to make sure the buyback scheme to achieve the pollution-free environment and also to achieve the we can say plastic-free land. So the same approach we have considered, we have used in the which one? The cloth industries. What are the same in textile industries? What are the enablers or what are the drivers? What are the key, we can say, factor motivating us to implement the sustainable supply chain management in textile industries? So let's say the recent paper we have published in the 2021 last year. let's say in the electric vehicle in India, still not going the, we can say, very big level. The reason is consumer feel they may not get the, we can say, luxury what they are getting in the fossil fuel vehicle. So whatever the government is trying for the many subsidies, but consumers not interested to purchase what the government is expecting level. So still consumers are, we can say, purchasing, but not that much level. So what are the, we can say, issues? We have analyzed the paper. We have analyzed that one in this paper and published in Sustainable Production Consumption. Okay, I told you the title of paper. The good title is defined as the fewest possible words adequately describe the good news. See, I'll show you. The very simple example, an ISM approach for the barrier analysis implementing green supply chain management. Very simple title. These are the other some example. Flow chart, easily flow chart. Okay, what are the next one is the criteria. So criteria is the criteria for the abstract. It should be written in one paragraph. If you write the two paragraph, that will be, and also we should not use any references. See here, in the abstract, we have to focus on three aspects. One is what was done, and why did you do it, and what did you found, what did you find. Then, especially why are these findings useful and important, for whom we have to mention. And a rare case we have to mention the references. Let's say if it is a benchmarking, that means some X is already proved 99.9%, 99.5% of the performance. So the same research problem, but I'm using the some X methodology, means for in that case I have to mention this 99.5% of the research paper as a reference in my abstract. Otherwise, I should not mention, or we should not mention our any kind of reference in the abstract. It will give the bad impact. See here, abstract, very simple abstract. I told you, very simple abstract. Barriers analysis for green supply chain implementation in the Indian industry using analytic hierarchy process. Very simple. Manufacturing industry started adoption of the green concept in their supply chain management recently to focus on environmental issues, but industries still struggle to identify the barriers hindering green supply chain management implementation. This work focus on identifying the barriers to implementation of the green supply chain management, that is a green SCM, based on the procurement effectiveness. A total of 47 barriers were identified, both through the detailed literature and discussion with the industry experts and through a questionnaire based survey from the various industrial sectors. Essential barriers prioritized or identified through the resource to analytic hierarchy process. Finally, the sensitivity analysis investigative priority ranking the stability of the findings. So this is the way we need to find out. We need to write the abstract very short. Allowable is here. The language what we are using the research paper is the most important, and for the reputed journals and all. Keywords. I'll show you which one is the good keyword, which one is the bad keyword. See, manuscript title, an ISM approach for the barrier analysis in implementing green supply chain management. Poor keywords is a green approach, analysis, implementation, ISM. But better keywords, green supply chain management, barriers, SMEs, interpretive structural modeling, ISM. Manuscript title, barrier analysis for green supply chain management, implementation, Indian industries using the analytic hierarchy process. Poor keyword is a green, barriers, India, MCDM. But better keywords, green supply chain management, barrier analysis, procurement effectiveness, analytic hierarchy process. Introduction. Introduction. See, many people are still, they have the doubt. Sir, what is the difference between the introduction and the literature review? Introduction is something different, literature is something different. Introduction, we used to give the some kind of introduction about your area, research area, and title. That's all. And the research question and the objectives and how you are structuring the research paper. Very simple. But literature review is something different. Literature we used to give the some kind of the additional information. which will make sure that better way of the, we can say, the your ideas with the help of the existing research papers. In the introduction, first paragraph, you have to introduce a broad area and why it is. Then second paragraph, you actually explain the rational way. The last paragraph, you have to mention the objective of the work and the structure of the paper. Right? See here, this paper. Can you able to see here this paper? See here. See here, this is the introduction. Introduction starts, then end of the introduction, I am given the proper way. Hence, this paper aims to explore the social sustainability practice (SSP) related to the multi-tier automotive manufacturing firms. Then next one, to validate and develop a performance model and their interaction for social sustainability practices using the total interpretive structure modeling. This is the objective. Okay. Objective is completed. Next one is the what is the structure of the paper. See here. The remaining paper is organized as follows. A detailed literature survey has been given in section 2. The methodology has been provided in section 3. The application of the TSM has been given in section 4. Micmac analysis has been performed in section 5. A result and discussion have been given in section 6, and the last section 7 provides a conclusion of the study and the limitation of the future scope of the study as given in the section 8. This is the way we have to write the paper. And one more thing, when we are going to write the paper, please, when you're going to submit the paper, don't give the any kind of the, we can say, let's say I have completed PhD, I should not give the Dr. Madhyaragan and Professor Venkateshmani, and I should not mention the, we can say, associate professor or chairperson research center. These should not, we can say, we should not mention those designation here. Only we have to mention where we operated, which department, operation quantitative method, Theara School of Management, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. That's all. When you're going to submit the paper like this, when you're going to submit the paper with like as associate editor, associate professor or chairperson and a doctor, these things will give the, we can say, the bad impression to the editors. 99% the paper will not be considered for the peer review process. They will reject it. Okay. Then result and discussion literature I told you fast. And one more thing, how to write the results. Results and discussion, always we have to make sure they're past tense, because already we did some work. We are trying to, you can say, give the report only. I don't want to take much of your time. And the discussion section, first two paragraphs should be state your major finding, and that's the paragraph is abstract, and the last paragraph in summary in collection. Then base each on the major result, and you can say always focus on your results alone only. We should not discuss much. Do not duplicate data among the figures and tables and text. Let's say if you are already, we can say, mention the numbers in the table itself, we should not repeat the same numbers. That means just we are giving the summary, not discussion. And also don't discuss, that is, never discuss the prior work without reference to your sir. My friend suggested me to refer his papers, 10 papers. So I'm just putting his references in my work, name check. Don't do that one. Okay. If the paper is not at all relevant to your work, please don't refer it. It will give the wrong impression, wrong projection. Okay. And also result and discussion, you have to make sure that all the reference, all the tables and the figures supposed to refer it, and how that is important in your research work. In conclusion, identify the key findings and the application, and should not be the summary of the work done. Abstract is doing fine with it. Okay. You should not summary of the work done. You have to make sure that what is the finding, how it is really relevant, and who are the, we can say, beneficiaries in your perspective as a researcher perspective. References. Okay. Okay. Final step is a revision and a proofreading. We have to revise, and we have to proofread. Right? After writing the first draft, at least dozen revisions are usually needed to improve the text. Make sure that all the authors read the first draft, give them timeline. Sir, in my research paper, around 5 authors will be there, but most of the work done by myself, and also whenever I submit the paper to them, they may not give that much importance for the, we can say, read and feedback and so what I used to do, I used to prepare the paper, I used to submit the paper without their knowledge, or just I put their name in the paper. Don't do these things, because when you are going to write the paper, our aspect, that means my aspect, if I'm going to write the paper, if I if I read the paper, as for my perspective, all the lines, everything perfect, but some third person, that means our co-authors, when they're going to read the paper, then only we will able to find out what are the mistakes and all. The revision is important. I don't want to mention this. Yeah, this is the last slide for you. Sir, where I can see the high impact factor, which one is the low impact factor, what are the differences? See, law of gravity, it is suitable for the nature kind of the journal, big journal, because this is an invention. But sir, same concept, but I'm going to use a different application. Yes, same law of gravity, but orange is also follow the law of gravity. That means apple is different structure, different weight. Orange is different structure, different weights. So my contribution is this person contribution is orange instead of the apple. So this kind of the work will be suitable for the low impact factor. Low impact factor journals only. So this is a, thank you. Thank you. I don't want to take you much of time. So the very simple, we can say, examples are some kind of the simple way of the hints for the research publication and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Because like you have mentioned how we human beings deplete the natural resources for our existence and everything. Thank you so much. And the sustainability is something like it is a very basic thing to be acknowledged to everyone. And being youngsters to us, this knowledge is really a great one. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for
And
time. And
yeah,
yes, sir.
if anyone, yeah, I'm just showing you. One minute. I'm just sharing one. Yeah. If anyone really interested in this area, sustainability, those things, these are my contact details. And please note down if anyone interested. My mail ID and contact number.
Yeah, for sure, sir. Participants do just note the numbers and the email IDs, sir, so that you can
If you are
contact him
interested.
anytime regarding this. And to be added, I want the participants to fill the feedback form which has been put in the chat box also.
Yeah, I'm just going to share the same information here. There also. Yeah, now I'm ready for the interaction with you. If anyone have the doubts, anything, please let me know. The publications, otherwise sustainability, those things, and please.
Participants, if any queries and to be known, do just put your questions to sir.
Even if you're not able to ask the question there, you can put it in the chat box. I can able to answer it.
I think, sir, if any queries regarding in the future, we would mail you or will call you regarding all of the sustainable things.
Right.
And
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the nice
yes, sir.
opportunity to
And,
interact with the people. And my sincere
and
thanks for
for
coming.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure, we'll take the vision of sustainability for a better world, for the future to be lived in this world, sir. Thank you so much. And a small token of vote of thanks from the student, Anupat Manchari from Final Biomedicals.
Good afternoon to all. I would like to express my gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Madhi Alagan. Thank you, sir. It's my it's it's my privilege to thank our beloved head of the department, Dr. Judith Justin, ma'am, for her continuous encouragement and inspiration. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank our faculty members from our department for organizing this great event, and I would like to thank all the faculty members, research scholars, and students for their valuable participation. Once again, I thank all the participants and a heartfelt thanks for your valuable presentation on the topic, sir. It really enriched our students' knowledge. Especially thank for your great support in the last minute of operation. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you
Thank you.
all, and thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
And the participants are free to leave the meeting and do join the meeting by 2:30 for the next session. And thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a great day.